Local, live, late breaking. This is KAMC News at 10.
It's good to see you. I'm Matthew Stell. Nicolette has the night off, but of course, our top story tonight is Texas Tech football. And Red Raider Nation's David Collier has the final score. David, what happened?
Not something you would like if you're a Red Raider. October 6, 2001, the one and only time that Texas Tech lost to the Kansas Jayhawks. So we fast forward to tonight in Lawrence, Kansas. Texas Tech winners of 12 straight. Let's go to the highlights. There we go. Matt Wells, Les Miles, a couple of first-year head coaches in the Big 12. Tech's only loss, again, 2001, and it didn't look good tonight. We pick it up tied at 27 in the fourth quarter. Jet Duffy finds Dalton Rigdon across the middle, 48 yards for the score, 34-27. Kansas answers, though. Velton Gardner, not Puka Williams. Velton Gardner goes 32 yards for the score. 4 Kansas touchdowns. Plays of 32 yards or more, tied up. Final seconds here. Kansas lines up for the 40-yard field goal, blocked by Doug Coleman. On the return, for some reason, he decides to pitch to no one in particular. Jayhawks recover, gives Liam Jones a 32-yard attempt. This time he nails it. Just the second time, as we mentioned, in program history, Kansas beats Texas Tech 37-34, the final.
Awful hard way to lose a game. Congratulations to Kansas. They hung in there and made a few more plays than we did. It's you know, the whole game boils down to early in the game when we take the lead and can't extend it past what it was. And guess what good teams do? We're not to that point yet. You know, when you let a good team hang around and you give them life, you put yourself in that position. It's not a good position to be in at the very end of a game.
We'll have much more on the Red Raiders' loss, plus not the only team upset in the Big 12. Details coming up in Red Raider Nation.
Tough loss. Thanks, David. An arrest has been made in connection to the murder of 28-year-old Champagne Woods in Lamesa last weekend. 30-year-old DeMarcus Buford was arrested Friday evening in Andrews just a few hours after a capital murder warrant was issued for his arrest. Lamesa police say Woods was inside her home when she was fatally shot through a window. Woods was 7 months pregnant. The baby also died. Woods leaves behind a son in first grade. Well, today has been much different from the cold we had earlier this week. Jacob's in the weather lab with our forecast. Jacob.
Hey there, Matthew. You said it right there. It was a lot warmer today compared to what we saw the last couple of days. We went from snow back on Thursday and Friday to nearly 80 degrees today across the area. But right now out there in Levelland, things are calm and clear tonight. They're going to remain that way tonight, but that will change tomorrow. When you compare the temperature right now to this time yesterday, we're 24 degrees warmer here in Lubbock, 15 degrees warmer there in Amarillo, and down in Tatum, just a smidge cooler, or rather Hobbs, about 5 degrees warmer. Live and local temperature data, we can just see how high those temperatures are out there right now. 59 here at KAMC, 37 in Muleshoe, already pretty cool up there. Another cold front is on the way. That'll track on through our area as we head into tomorrow. 41 by 6 a.m. here at KAMC Studio. 60 degrees by noon, but we're only going to stay in the 60s tomorrow as that cold front pushes through. 57 Monday, 48 on Tuesday. So, hey, if you're missing the colder weather, it'll be right back here Tuesday into Wednesday, Matthew. Coming up a little bit after the break, I'll let you know if we could see any more wintry precipitation.
Thanks, Jacob. In Houston, 2 Houston area parents enter the weekend without their 18-year-old son. The teen was ambushed as he pumped gas in Katy Thursday night. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says unknown suspects in a dark-colored pickup truck pulled up on the young man and opened fire. The 18-year-old, who has not yet been identified, was later pronounced dead at the hospital. It's still unclear if police have any leads on the suspects. And a deadly crash in Central Texas ends with a pole through a car's windshield. Officials say a driver hit a road sign on Interstate 35 in Waco Friday. The sign went flying into the air, crashing into another car behind it. That vehicle's passenger was tragically killed on impact, but the driver is believed to be okay. There's still no word on what happened to the driver who caused the deadly incident. Some powerful storms this week caused major damage in downtown San Antonio. The heavy rain caused a roof to collapse at a historic church. Stephen Cavazos shows us how church leaders are working quickly to get the doors back open for those in need.
Travis Park Church, first established in the mid-1800s, has been a safe haven for asylum seekers, the homeless, and LGBTQ. But after Thursday night's storm, they're fighting to continue that mission.
The important thing right now is to be sure that we can keep our ministries going.
Heavy rain caused the roof on top of the youth building to cave in on the 3rd floor. The space had long been used to house programs and games.
We had been doing some work on the roof, but now the roof is gone.
The collapse caused a sprinkler line to burst, which led to leaks in ceilings and flooded corridors. The damage spreading to other parts of the church.
When that happened and the water came through, what damage did it cause to the buildings that are adjacent?
Water rushing down these stairs, creating damage in almost every corner, and crews working countless hours to get the church doors open again.
A trail of destruction left behind, and Senior Pastor Eric Vogt is still unsure of how long it will take to bring back a sense of normal for the congregation.
We don't know all the details yet, but have a number of helpful folks on scene, and we're going to be working that out over the next few days.
But remains thankful for the community that has stepped in to help pick up the pieces.
We think God helps through lots of different means, and so we can use any help that folks can give.
And he says through it all, they're still holding on to hope.
We're going to carry on doing what we do.
Out of Washington, 3 congressional committees working on impeachment inquiry of President Trump heard closed-door testimony today from a State Department official. Here's ABC's David Wright with the details.
In a rare Saturday session, the congressional impeachment inquiry heard today from its latest witness, Philip Reeker, Acting Assistant Secretary of European and Eurasian Affairs. Reeker is the latest in a succession of career diplomats who've defied White House orders not to cooperate with the investigation.
I've known him for a number of years. I think he's being honest and telling us what he's observed.
This week, the 3 committees also heard from America's top diplomat in Ukraine, Bill Taylor, who described what he said was a concerted pressure campaign to get Ukraine to investigate the president's political rivals.
He's a never-Trumper. His lawyers, the head of the never-Trumpers. They're a dying breed, but they're still there.
President Trump has repeatedly denied there was a quid pro quo. Now he's trying to discredit Taylor, who was recruited for the Ukraine job by Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
Hey, everybody makes mistakes. Mike Pompeo, everybody makes mistakes.
ABC News has learned the White House is looking to beef up its legal team to help respond to the impeachment inquiry. Despite the president's assertions, he doesn't need a team.
I don't have teams. Everyone's talking about teams. I'm the team. I did nothing wrong.
But so far, White House efforts to block administration officials from testifying have been mostly ineffective. On Friday, a federal court also handed Democrats a victory, ruling the Justice Department must hand over secret grand jury testimony from the Mueller probe. The White House has yet to say whether it will appeal. David Wright, ABC News, Washington.
On the other side of the country, 50,000 people in Northern California have been ordered to evacuate due to the massive Kincade wildfires. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest.
Tonight, forecasters in Northern California predicting a potentially historic wind event, raising concerns that gusts up to 80 miles an hour could fan this already massive wildfire, spreading it quickly.
We are evacuating because this fire is very dangerous.
Tens of thousands of people in wine country now told to evacuate as a precaution.
It's time to drop things, pack, and go.
The Kincade fire has already torn through 25,000 acres and turned dozens of homes and other buildings into rubble. And now, with those powerful winds paired with extremely low humidity, many fear the disaster will only get worse.
We're going to see some erratic fire behavior. Any ignition that does happen will travel extremely fast.
Despite widespread preemptive blackouts, the inferno started beneath an activated power transmission tower. Now the utility company PG&E announcing even more shutoffs, saying nearly 1 million customers across dozens of counties could lose electricity for days.
Although the shutoffs are projected to be much shorter, everyone should be prepared for an extended shutoff. That is the worst case scenario.
When they shut the power down, we don't have any cell service, can't watch the TV to know what's going on, what evacuations are in place, where it's burning. We have just no idea.
In Southern California, where the tick fires scorched more than 4,500 acres, firefighters are getting an upper hand, taking advantage of a break in the strong Santa Ana winds and bracing for them to intensify again starting late Sunday night. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, back here in home, hundreds turned out for another edition of the Lubbock Heart Walk today. Participants had two options, a full 5K or a quick miracle mile for kids. The event is geared towards raising money for the American Heart Association and scientific research, but also to promote healthier lifestyles, getting folks outside and moving as they continue their fight against heart disease. And another walk on the south side of town, the Better Understanding of Down Syndrome Walk, also known as the Buddy Walk, was one of over 250 walks across the country today, promoting positivity, public awareness, acceptance, and the inclusion of those with Down syndrome.
BUD stands for Better Understanding of Down Syndrome. With this event, it's really about awareness about our kids and that our kids are more alike than they are different. Our loved ones with Down syndrome might look a little bit different. They might bring their experiences, and that's what we're here for.
Within the past year, nationwide, 330,000 walkers have collectively raised over $14 million for the cause. Coming up on KAMC News at 10, remember that viral video of the family almost hit while crossing the street?